Quill Media's Behind the Book, featuring Maeve The Pentagram Spell. A conversation with James Martin and Ashley Kate.
Okay, before we start, I want the record to show that I am here voluntarily.
You are here because I asked you 17 times.
16. I said yes on 16.
Welcome, everyone, to the first Behind the Book conversation for Maeve The Pentagram Spell, Book 1 of the Morrigan Chronicles. I'm James Martin. I wrote the book. And this is Ashley Kate, who will be telling you today how much she helped write the book, even though her name is not on the cover.
My name is not on the cover. We have discussed this.
We have discussed this. You didn't want it on the cover. So, Ashley, where do we begin?
We begin with the dream. Because I think that's actually where the book begins. Before any of the writing, before any of the conversations, there was the dream.
There was the dream.
Tell them about it.
Okay, so I need to preface this by saying I am not a person who remembers dreams. I wake up, the dream is gone. That has been my whole life. But this one, I woke up from it at around 3 a.m, and it was still completely intact. Every detail, the room, the light, the woman. And I just lay there for a minute thinking, okay, that was different. That was something else entirely.
Describe it.
There's a woman, and she is not frightening exactly, but she is deeply unsettling in the way that beautiful things can be unsettling when they feel like they know something about you that you have never told them. Red hair, green eyes, and she is just watching. The thing about this dream is it does not feel like a dream. It feels like a visit, like something that has an intention. And I woke up and I do not do this. I have never done this in my life. I got up, found a notebook, sat at the kitchen table at 3 a.m, and wrote it all down.
You called me at 7.
Yes, I did.
He called me at 7 a.m, which is already suspicious because James does not call. James texts. He has texted me for 11 years. He called.
It felt like a calling situation.
He said, and I remember this exactly. He said, I think I need to write a book. And I said, good morning to you too. And he told me about the dream, about the woman, about sitting at the kitchen table at 3 a.m. with a notebook. And I got quiet, because I know James. And when James gets quiet at 3 a.m. and picks up a pen, something real is happening.
She said, send me what you wrote.
And he did. And I read it. And I called him back, and I said, do you know what this is?
She said, this is Maeve.
I said, this is Maeve. Because the woman in the dream was not random. She was a character. She was fully formed. She had been somewhere, waiting. And the dream was just the door she chose to come through.
And here is where I have to be completely honest with everyone listening. I knew the Jesse and Nicole story. That came from a real place, from real emotions, from things that were mine to write. But Maeve, the mythology, the Morrigan, the pentagram structure, the whole supernatural architecture of this book, I would not have gotten there alone. Ashley built that with me.
We built it together.
She built it and then let me take credit for it.
I let you take credit for it because you had the dream, and I don't want a raven showing up at my house.
This is the thing. Tell them. Tell them what you said when I first mentioned the witch element.
I said, and I stand by this, I said, I don't do witches. Clearly, directly. Witches are not my thing. I'm not scared of them. They are just not something I reach for.
She absolutely does not do witches.
And yet here I am, 9 months later, having helped build an entire supernatural Celtic mythology arc involving a goddess who commands ravens and ruled every coven in the ancient world.
She did the whole Morrigan mythology with me.
Because Maeve asked me to! That is the only explanation I have. Maeve is an extraordinarily persuasive character. She gets in your head and she does not leave.
That is how you know the book works. When the character convinces the person who doesn't like witches to spend 9 months writing about witches.
Can we talk about the other characters? Because I think this is the part people are going to find interesting.
Let's do it.
Jesse and Nicole. The love story. How real is it?
The emotional truth of it is completely real. The specific circumstances, the app, the wine bar, the timing of it all, those are composites. But the feeling of that relationship, the push and pull of two people who are completely right for each other and completely badly timed, that is drawn from life, from things I have felt and from things I watch people I love go through.
But the story reads like someone who has been in it wrote it.
Because I have been in it. Most of us have been in it. That relationship where everything is right except the calendar. I think that is one of the most specific kinds of heartbreak there is, and I wanted to write it without softening it.
Okay. Ramona.
Ramona is your best friend.
Ramona is just like my best friend.
100%. The door code she extorted. The showing up with zero apology. The printed screenshot.
The printed screenshot. My best friend has actually done that. She has a printed screenshot of a text I sent her in 2019, and she has referenced it no fewer than 4 times since. It lives in a drawer somewhere. I have accepted this.
When I wrote Ramona, I was writing her specifically. I told Ashley while I was drafting those scenes, and she went completely silent and then said, "Does she know?"
She does not know. Or she knows and she is waiting for exactly the right moment, which is also very on brand for her.
Ramona is the character that every reader immediately recognizes. The one who comes through the door uninvited, says the thing no one else will say, is somehow always right, and loves you more fiercely than you sometimes feel you deserve.
And cries about it later, alone, where no one can see her.
Yes, exactly like that.
I want to talk about the epilogue. The first one.
Yeah.
Because I think people who read this book are going to get to the end, and they are going to feel something. And I want them to know that the first person who felt it was me, reading it for the first time at my kitchen table. And I called James, and I could barely get the words out.
Her call surprised me.
I called him crying. Which I need to contextualize. I do not cry at books. I am not that person. I read, I appreciate, I move on. This book made me cry at my kitchen table on a Tuesday afternoon, and I was not prepared for it.
What did you say when I picked up?
I said, "James, you made me cry." Just like that. No hello, no context, because he would know exactly what I meant.
I knew exactly what you meant.
And the thing is, it's not a sad ending. That's what got me. It's not a sad epilogue. It is one of the most quietly hopeful things I have read in a very long time. And somehow, that was worse. The happy ones get you deeper.
I wrote that epilogue in one sitting. I did not plan it the way I planned other sections. It just arrived. The restaurant, the photograph, the 3 words she sends him, all of it came out whole.
Come pick me up.
Yeah.
3 words. I was done. I was completely done. 9 months of working on this book, and 3 words finished me off.
There's a second epilogue, too, for Maeve.
The second one is a different kind of feeling entirely. The first one closes something. The second one opens something. Once you read it, you will understand exactly what I mean.
2 epilogues, 2 stories, 2 very different doors at the end.
And the Morrigan standing behind one of them.
She is always behind one of them. I think the thing I want people to take away from this conversation and from the book is that this story arrived with urgency. I was not trying to write a book. I woke up at 3 in the morning and the book was already there, already asking. That is a different experience than sitting down and deciding to construct something.
It felt less like invention and more like
Excavation, like something that already existed and the only job was to get it out without losing too much of it on the way.
That's what it felt like from the outside, too. Reading the drafts, it never felt like someone building. It felt like someone uncovering.
The Morrigan does not rush. She has been waiting a very long time, and she is extraordinarily patient. This book came when it was supposed to come.
Read both epilogues. Don't skip. Don't rush to get there. Let the book take you there the way it took us.
Maeve, The Pentagram Spell, Book 1 of the Morrigan Chronicles. Available now everywhere ebooks are sold, and soon in print too. I'm James Martin. This is the uncredited, invaluable Witch-averse.
I wrote an entire mythology for one witch. I am not witch-averse.
The invaluable Ashley Kate. Thank you for listening. We will see you in the next one.
And we will see Maeve in book 2.
We will. She's already knocking. We leave you now with the theme of the Pentagram Spell.
Until the next one. Maybe I'll agree on the 11th time James asks.